If you've ever had a little one, whether it's a toddler in footed pajamas or an early school-age kiddo, chances are you've been a part of that adorable yet occasionally dramatic bedtime routine. We all know the drill. Tuck them in, kiss them goodnight, and then, in what can only be described as a well-timed and orchestrated series of calls and requests, they suddenly need a glass of water, a last hug, or even the reassurance that the moon is, indeed, still out there. But there's one child, one small, fuzzy creature, who takes the bedtime drama to a whole new level. Llama Llama. In Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anna Dewdney, this endearing little llama takes the stage in a tale that has captivated young hearts and taught valuable lessons about independence and security, all while wrapped up in simple, humorous, and relatable storytelling. But this isn't just a cute story about a llama. No. This one goes deeper. It's about the growing pains of childhood and how, sometimes, our biggest fears come out when we're alone in the dark. It's about reassurance and the beauty of knowing that, even when things feel uncertain, the ones we love are always nearby. So, let's cozy up in our own red pajamas and get ready for a bedtime story that's as cute as it is meaningful. Don't worry. Llama Llama is here to take us through the wild ride of bedtime drama with humor, warmth, and a very important reminder that sometimes the greatest comfort comes from just knowing someone's there. The pajama drama begins. Picture this. It's bedtime. Llama Llama, snug and cozy in his bright red pajamas, is all ready for a peaceful night of sleep. His mommy, as usual, has done the final checks, tucked him into his comfy bed, and given him a sweet kiss goodnight. But Llama Llama isn't quite so ready to drift off into dreamland. Oh no! What follows is an all-too-familiar scenario that's made all the more adorable because of Llama Llama's cuteness. Llama Llama, in his infinite wisdom, suddenly realizes that he is not, in fact, ready to sleep. His mind begins to race as he calls out for his mommy, first once, then twice, then 3 times. But unlike the typical scenario where a parent might come rushing in to soothe their child, Llama Llama finds himself with a great deal of time on his little hooves to stew over his loneliness. He's in his cozy bed. Yes, but there's a big difference between being cozy and being totally secure in the stillness of the night. Llama Llama starts to panic. Where is mommy, he wonders. And like all of us at one point or another, he falls prey to the mischievous little thoughts that seem to swirl in the darkness. What if something's wrong? What if he's been forgotten? What if, oh no, he's all alone forever and ever? It's a classic case of bedtime anxiety, but for Llama Llama, it's a whole lot more intense than that. His imagination runs wild. The dark becomes a giant, ominous thing, and the quiet of the house feels empty and overwhelming. He wants his mommy, and he wants her now. And so, in true toddler fashion, Llama Llama escalates his need for attention. He calls out again, this time louder and with a little more urgency. Mama, mama, he yells, hoping that his cries will bring his mommy back to him. But alas, the room stays eerily silent. Llama Llama gets even more dramatic. Of course, we all know what happens next. When Llama Llama doesn't get the immediate comfort he craves, he starts to really ramp up the drama. I mean, it's impressive how quickly his tiny little llama mind goes from mild concern to full-blown emotional meltdown. The pacing in Dewdney's storytelling is spot on here, showing how quickly the feelings of a child can shift from calm to crisis. Llama Llama Red Pajama. Feels alone at night / Mama Llama. Where are you? Llama Llama sings in a beautiful display of bedtime drama. The repetition of the rhyme here is so important. It mimics the way children repeat their worries when they're anxious. It shows how Llama Llama can't quite settle into the rhythm of the night without the reassurance that his mommy is close by. With each call, Llama Llama gets more and more upset, to the point where he's now imagining all kinds of wild things happening in the world outside his room. The poor little guy is picturing his mama lost in the depths of the house, caught up in some kind of overwhelming situation. It's like his mind is playing tricks on him, imagining worst-case scenarios, even though he knows deep down that none of it is true. The humor in this scene comes from the fact that we, as adults, can totally relate. Llama Llama's spiral into dramatic thinking is a mirror of our own tendencies to catastrophize situations, especially when we're feeling vulnerable or tired. It's an overreaction to the smallest of situations, but through Llama Llama's perspective, it feels as real and as intense as anything else. The big reveal, a heartwarming lesson, and then, just when it feels like Llama Llama's world is about to spiral out of control, we get the big, comforting reveal. Here's the thing about Llama Llama Red Pajama. While the drama might seem overblown, the emotional arc of the story is incredibly relatable. We've all been there, feeling overwhelmed and needing the comfort of someone who loves us, only to find out that our fears were completely unfounded. After all of Llama Llama's frantic calls and imaginings, Mama Llama finally appears at the door, ready to reassure her little one. But here's where the twist happens. She's not as far away as Llama Llama had imagined. She was there all along, quietly listening to his cries, knowing exactly how to handle the situation. Llama Llama was never truly alone. He just needed the time to realize that. With a gentle smile, Mama Llama reassures her little one and helps him settle back into bed. She gives him a kiss and whispers sweet words of comfort. And before long, Llama Llama falls asleep, no longer afraid of the dark. The story ends with a sense of peace, as Llama Llama drifts off into a restful slumber, secure in the love of his mama. Final thoughts. Llama Llama Red Pajama is more than just a bedtime story. It's a mirror to the emotional world of children and, by extension, to the emotional world of adults who care for them. It's a simple, gentle narrative about how fears can be blown out of proportion, but how love and reassurance always bring us back to a place of comfort. Llama Llama's exaggerated reactions to his fear remind us of our own tendencies to overthink or magnify our anxieties. But through his mother's gentle presence, we see that love is the antidote to all of our worries. This story isn't just for kids. It's a reminder for all of us, adults included, that sometimes the things we fear the most are just figments of our imagination. Whether it's a fear of the unknown, a moment of loneliness, or a tiny setback that feels like a catastrophe, the truth is, we're rarely ever as alone as we think we are. We just need someone to remind us. And so, Llama Llama Red Pajama is a celebration of bedtime, of growing up, and of the quiet ways that love and patience can ease our deepest fears. It's a book that reassures us all, whether we're Llama Llama or Mama Llama, that everything will be okay as long as we stick together. So, next time you're faced with your own bedtime drama, or maybe just a moment when anxiety tries to take hold, remember Llama Llama's little red pajamas and his loud calls for comfort. Sometimes, a little reassurance is all we need to quiet the fears that rattle us in the night. Stay tuned for more enlightening content. Head over to www.mybooksummary.com. Don't forget to subscribe and share the magic with friends, and let's grow together through the power of books and interesting stories.